12.33.4. French life. English, by the way, is not a Romance language but a Teutonic one. Our tongue is a development of a German dialect imposed on the natives of Britain by the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes of early English history. Though we have taken over into English more than 50% of the Latin vocabulary and almost 30% of the classical Greek vocabulary as roots and prefixes, our basic language is nevertheless German. The French, using the same Latin root vivo, to live, formed two expressive phrases much used in English. French pronunciation is, of course, tricky, and if you are not at least superficially acquainted with that language, your pronunciation may sound a bit awkward to the sophisticated ear, but try it anyway. These phrases are: 1. Joie de vivre. Pronounced something like joie de vivre. ZH is identical in sound to the S of pleasure. Literally joy of living. This phrase describes an immense delight in being alive, an effervescent keenness for all the daily activities that human beings indulge in. People who possess joie de vivre are never moody, depressed, bored, or apathetic. On the contrary, they are full of sparkle, eager to engage in all group activities, and, most important, always seem to be having a good time, no matter what they are doing. Joie de vivre is precisely the opposite of ennui. This is also a word of French origin, but is easy to pronounce. Ennui, which is a feeling of boredom, discontent, or weariness resulting sometimes from having a jaded, over-sophisticated appetite, sometimes from just finding all of life tedious and unappetizing, and sometimes implying in addition physical lassitude and general inactivity. Young children and simple people rarely experience ennui. To them life is always exciting, always new. 2. Bon vivant. Pronounced something like bon vivant. The ing a muted nasal sound similar to the ing in sing. A bon vivant is a person who lives luxuriously, especially in respect to rich food, good liquor, expensive theater parties, operas, and other accoutrements of upper-class life. Bon vivant means, literally, a good liver, actually, a high liver, one who lives a luxurious life. When you think of a bon vivant, usually, language being sexist, a male, you get the picture of someone attired in top hat, soup and fish, or tuxedo, raising his cane to call a taxi while a beautiful, evening-gowned and sophisticated-looking woman, sparkling in diamonds and furs, waits at his side. They're going to a champagne and partridge supper at an outrageously expensive restaurant, etc. Fill in your own details of the high life. The bon vivant is of course a convivial person, and also likely to be a gourmet, another word from French.